guys, I'm doing a little booktube video today. I've decided to sort of combine these three sort of book talks, I guess, into one video, and I'm kind of calling them my early summer favorites. These are the books that I've recently read in this early part of summer that I have loved and that I wanted to tell you a little bit about and encourage you to check out. Little disclaimer, all three of these authors are friends of mine, but that doesn't mean that these books aren't great. Of course, there is a little bit of bias when you love the person who made the thing, but as you well know, in BookTube, we all have certain people that we gravitate towards and certain types of books that we love, and it really isn't a surprise that these people that I love created things that I also love. So the three books that I'm going to sort of introduce to you today, we've got Push Girl by my friend Jessica Love in collaboration with Chelsie Hill. And then these two books I don't have physical copies of right now, I just have electronic copies. So I have The Truth About Alice by Mathieu and Behind the Scenes by Dahlia Adler. So I'm going to talk a little bit about all three of these books. I'm going to start with Push Girl. Push Girl is the story of Kara, who, no spoilers, but there's a wheelchair on the front. She suffers an injury that causes her to be in a wheelchair. And it is about how she deals with her life as a teen, specifically as a teen who has a background as a dancer, and what it's like to have that thing that you love suddenly be a thing that you can't do. This novel really touches on something that I think a lot of young people experience. Athletes who get injured, dancers who get injured. There's just so many things in life that can sort of take you away from the things that you love. And sometimes you get taken from the things that you love temporarily, and sometimes they're taken away from you for good. And what we choose to do after we're faced with that kind of change is a big part of the kind of person that we are, and is a big reflection on our character. So this main character of Kara is forced to figure out who she's gonna be if this one thing that she used to define herself by is no longer a crutch. It's a really, really great book. It's just heartfelt and very compassionately written, and it's a really great book. Okay, the second title that I wanted to talk to you about today is Behind the Scenes by Dahlia Adler. Behind the Scenes is about a girl named Allie, and her best friend is Vanessa Park, who is a up-and-coming young starlet. She recently got a job on the new teen drama that is all the buzz, and she's going to be working with this young actor who is also just this up-and-coming, super good-looking, super popular heartthrob character, Liam. Allie decides that she's gonna, go off to Columbia, but then her father has this health thing, and so her financial situation changes. And she and her best friend Vanessa decide that if Allie's willing to work as Vanessa's assistant, then she could earn a pretty good amount of money, far more money than she could make if she was just, working at Starbucks or something, that she could use to then move to New York and go to college. So this young woman has her father on her mind and is trying to do the right thing by being her best friend's assistant. And then she meets Liam and they have an attraction, and their romance is sort of interrupted by the fact that Vanessa and Liam's publicist decides that it would be a really great idea if they, just for the press, acted like a couple. So now she's got her best friend and her boyfriend who are being forced to act like they're together. There is a definite summer feel in this story. There's a definite summer levity that I really enjoy during summer, but it is definitely not vapid. There are some deeper emotional situations that these characters are in, and it's also about Hollywood, and there's also a super cute guy, and there's also kissing. I thought it was an amazing book, and I would definitely recommend it to you for your summer reading list. The last book that I want to talk to you about today is The Truth About Alice by Mathieu. The Truth About Alice starts with the premise that this girl named Alice is a slut, and there was a party, and she slept with a couple guys, and the rumors around this girl's decisions are what are played out on the pages of this book. This book is told by multiple POVs of these other people who live in Alice's community talking about Alice. The idea that you are reading essentially gossip, you are reading those sort of removed from the actual situation perspectives is so true to life for young people. And I guess really to adults as well. It is so common that we gossip and talk about stuff that we heard happened, and we perpetuate rumors and we perpetuate stories that we do not have all the evidence for because we want to have something to talk about. And especially when you talk about in the school setting, in high schools and also in middle schools, it's so appealing to have information that at some point we don't necessarily make sure that the information we're sharing is accurate. And in this situation, we've got people talking about the situation that happened at this party and what Alice did or didn't do, and they're making all these judgments about her and who she is and what she is. The issues in this book are very heavy, but they are also really, really, really authentic. That's why books like these are so important. That's why books like these need to be read. So I thought that The Truth About Alice was a beautiful book that I cannot wait to share with friends young and old. All in all, these 3 books are absolutely hands down must-reads for me. I'm so glad that I know these women, and I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to read these books. With the exception of Dahlia's book, which will be out next week. I think it's the 22nd. These books are out and available to you, and I would just really encourage you to check them out. If you have other great early summer favorites, other books that you've already read during the summer season that you really loved, I would love suggestions for other titles to check out. So if you do have those suggestions, be sure to leave them down in the comments as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. I hope you're having a great summer so far, and I will talk to you next time. Bye! I don't know what happened to my voice right there. We can just pretend it didn't happen.